How does it feel? Does it feel real good to be back after the long layoff? To be back on the stage and under the lights and with your hands in the air?
To be honest, it felt great from the moment we were waiting to walk out into the ring. Just seeing the fans, seeing their reactions, seeing all the anticipation, being the main event tonight. There was such a nostalgic feeling to the whole process. Like I said, from just being backstage with my team. It's been so long, yet, you know, Carlos, I haven't seen Carlos in so long, but when we get back together, you know, this is family, man. This is just how we do it, and it just feels like a great blessing. So then we walk out into the ring, you know, then we walk up into the ring, and I took the time, you know, y'all saw me, I took the time before stepping in the ring. I took a look around, you know, we're back. Like you said, under the bright lights. I got in the ring, I felt the ring underneath me. I'm feeling the gloves in my hands, these small gloves. This is not a sparring match, you know, this is a fight. And I had a formidable opponent across from me who trained very hard, very, very young, athletic individual. And it just felt great putting myself on the line once again, you know, living this life of a world-class fighter as a warrior. And then even after the fight was over, we know we had a good performance. Our team and I, we were confident that we walked away with a victory today. But even that final step of them holding my hand up in the air, you know, because that didn't happen 2.5 years ago. So I tell people all the time, Keith one-time Thurman wears red, white, and blue because I'm living my all-American dream. I started boxing at the age of 7, and I wasn't the best. I used to get beat up in the sport, day after day after day after day. Okay? When you're 7 years old, it's easy to get beat up. When you're 9 years old, it's easy to get beat up. When you're 10, 11, and 12 years old, it's easy to get beat up. Even when I was 14 years old, you know, they would just put me in with Andre Berto to beat me up, you know? So at the end of the day, coach always can make a phone call, we can go to a gym and get me beat up, you know? And I tell people all the time, I got my butt whooped, and now I have the right to kick ass. And it's just a beautiful thing to be living this dream of mine. I love the sport of boxing. I just love it inside and out. It's more than a fight. It's a very sweet science. I call it the beautifully brutal sport. We saw what happened to Mario today. His nose, his eyes, and everything he endured. I had to endure punches. We were trading. We were just real fighters in the ring. I really hope you guys enjoyed what happened tonight. It was a beautiful night of boxing, and I look forward to having more great fights. This is what Keith Thurman is about. Creating exciting fights in the welterweight division today.
All right, final question. And Keith, Sean Zattel, FightHype, great job tonight, man. You already touched on the Crawford fight. If Spence Ugas, you know, is offered next, the winner of that fight, do you feel ready, good to go for that fight, or do you feel like one more fight in between then would be ideal, or let's do it?
Yeah, that's such a really good question. You know, because the fighter in me says, give it to me, let's go. I want to be champion. I want the winner. You know, but there's a weird little technicality that happened, you know, for some of those who read the article, that this was like a title eliminator to a title eliminator. I don't know the politics all the time, man. I'm just a performer. I do believe that I should be worthy of challenging any world champion at any given point in time, considering my resume and everything that has happened in my career. But it does feel very good to just be back. So if I have to take another fight and just keep, like I said, going from being good to being great to being a champion, then so be it. You know, I'm so happy to be back. I want to do what I haven't done in the past 2.5 years. Keith Thurman does want to be an active fighter. So we have to go back, talk to our team, see what's brought to the table through the networks, through Al Heyman, and just go with the flow, man. I just really want to have a more active year. I want to have more performances for the fans. I want to have more performances for myself. But no matter what, if it happens this summer, if it happens back in November and December, Keith Thurman is on the road to being champion in the welterweight division once again.